Hello and welcome to Side Quests. On Side Quests, we play short campaigns and RPG one-shots. And tonight we are playing Beach Patrol from Gallant Knight Games. Alright, last time on Beach Patrol, there's a werewhale attacking Nightwatch Cove, and Danny Dodge, Gavin Tide, and Lath Cadus are out to stop it. Would any of you care to remind us where we are right now, where we find our three characters?
We're in a Darkheart territory. We're in like their tower, and we are looking for a guy who allegedly had the ring, Mr. Brownstone, and we're at Darkheart Properties, right? Yeah. We're at Ocean View Villa. And
no, Ocean View Villa's across town.
No, that's where. Yeah, because that's
across the
that's
island
where I live.
in Nightwatch Cove. You are an hour away from the town that our show is named after, in a different town, investigating this guy.
Yeah, it's a tall tower. It's got a helicopter.
It is a tall tower. It is so tall that you got reception on your radios again, and we're informed that there has been another creature attack on the beach.
Dun, dun, dun.
The tide is high, and something has attacked. You got the call from the head lifeguard, Mickey, who was earlier in the day at on the mainland. He's supposed to be on vacation. Clearly something has gone wrong. Meanwhile, Gavin Tide, in trying to convince Byron Brownstone to let them know where that ring is, has tried to pick him up by the collar.
Mm-hmm.
And failed.
That's right. And I failed.
And we're starting a fight.
In a game that maybe you never start fights in?
Minimal.
Okay.
Alright, so you are... In this game, we always roll 2 dice. Roll your 2 dice and add the numbers together.
Me?
Initiative. Yeah, everybody.
Nine.
6.
7.
Alright, so you got 8, 6, and 7? Or 9, 6, and 7.
9, 6, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get advantage and disadvantage on initiatives like you can with the other mechanics?
Probably, yeah. I would say like sneaking, but I don't think that's gonna come into play right now.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna play Genesis rules because that is the best initiative mechanic out of all the initiative mechanics that I played. Which means
I know that one.
you do know that one.
I like
The first slot is going to go to Byron Brownstone, who sees Gavin's meaty hand coming for his collar, and he's going to run into his office and grab something from his desk. Now, in Beach Patrol, you can always do 2 things. You can always do 2 actions. Those actions can be things that you roll for. Punching. Helping. I don't know. Any other thing that you can roll the dice for. And then there are 2 special actions. Or moving. You can move. And then the special actions are to evade. You can say, I'm going to use one of my actions to evade. Or to focus. And say, I'm going to use one of my actions to focus. Now, if you evade and somebody tries to attack you and succeeds, you then get to roll 1d6. And if you get a 5 or a 6, you evade the attack.
Ooh,
If you decide to focus, your next attack, instead of succeeding on a 5 or 6, you succeed on a 4, a 5, or a 6.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. All right. So Byron gets out of Gavin's area of grip and runs into his office. You can see through the glass walls of this place. He runs to his desk and pulls open a drawer. This whole top floor of the building is all glass walls that you can see the other workers as Byron runs. People are looking up from their desks. There are 2 security guards behind you in suits as well that have just come off the elevator. And one of you gets to go.
Well, I failed my attempt to threaten this guy, so maybe
It's true.
I'm not going to go.
How about I go and I will distract the other 2, and so that you can pursue him.
Good thinking.
All right. What are you going to do?
I was thinking he would do like kind of like a Sonic the Hedgehog roll, or like a barrel roll on the ground, and try to trip him up, going, dodge this, and roll, knocking him out like
That's your
like-
catchphrase, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Rolling into him and using them like bowling pins.
All right. Roll your 2 dice, unless you have a trait that's going to add an extra die to it.
I do not. And doubles you add doubles together, right?
No.
Oh. I do not. I rolled 2 4s.
Okay. That was your first action of 2. What do you want your second one to do?
I want to evade with pocket sand. So like roll like in front of them and then be like, what? And then when they go reach down to grab me, I roll out of the way, throw pocket sand.
Excellent. All right. So as Danny Dodge, seeing that that a commotion has broken out, that they are no longer just standing in this hall, they are. He is having to spring into action. What does Danny look like as he's doing this move?
Danny is a dark-skinned, kind of square-built young man, and he looks like a log in the surf that's lopsided, opposed to a nice, smooth log that just rolls nice. He flops, and I think he was expecting the floor to be slicker, but in actuality, it's really sticky. And so he hits, and you hear that of his skin hitting the ground, and him not rolling nearly as much as he wants. And he goes, his hat falls off, and and he's got that life preserver thing on him, and so that doesn't help with the log roll. And he goes, Gavin, I got these guys. You go get Brownstone. And then he rolls up and kind of flounders on the ground.
Yeah,
Dodge this.
Fumbles a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and as he shouts, "Dodge this!" one of those 2 guys reaches back behind his back and grabs what looks like a taser, and is going to attempt to tase Danny Dodge.
Whoa.
That escalated quickly.
That's 2 5, so that is a success unless you
Pockets.
roll your
We roll, right?
yeah. And
Can I use my dumb luck?
what does that do for you
It means I get a re-roll
on this evade?
on stuff. Let's see. dumb luck.
I
It's,
think-
it's my skill for being a trainee.
Yeah, I think it's too late to re-roll on your previous turn.
Oh. They may test again with a disadvantage. Okay. But this is considered a test, right?
Yeah, but you can't roll with disadvantage
Oh.
because you're only rolling one die anyway.
Okay.
You did say your catchphrase. Does that count?
Yeah, you could re-roll from your catchphrase already.
I'll
At the
save
start of the
11 minutes into the game.
He'll save it, and he'll do the funky fish.
Yeah, you feel that zap as that thing just comes close enough to your arm to give you a good shock.
I chose poorly.
2 more PC slots.
I assume I lose a stamina from that.
You do lose 1 stamina.
Oh, I don't like that.
How many do you have?
4.
Okay.
3 now.
Okay.
So yeah, both of us can go.
Yep.
I should probably go next.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep in mind, as soon as I can find where I wrote down my talents here. One just to keep in mind is that Lath is a kid and is therefore a danger magnet, and that allies
Yep.
that take an action to help the kid get an advantage on that action.
Dang it.
I
So
like it. So we need people to take you hostage so I can
Yeah.
throw a magic
Yeah.
8-ball at their head to save you.
So, are we going to deal with these lowly security guards that are shocking our friend, or are we going after Mr. Brownstone?
I don't know.
Mr.
Lath
Tide.
is super into the brownstone theory.
You're right. Yes, he was. Yeah. Okay. So, Lath is going to charge after Mr. Brownstone.
Mm-hmm.
And much like a 10-year-old kid would, I don't know exactly what he's going to do when he gets in there. He's just there.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any eyes on what the thing is that he grabbed?
Nobody has. He's reached in. There's something in his hand. It's small.
Okay. So I want to jump on his arm and pull out whatever's in his hand. Because it's got to be the ring, right?
You're rolling with disadvantage.
Rolling with this. Oh, of course I am. I'm a kid. Mom always said I make myself useful. That's a 4.
Yeah, he holds tight. I think you grab onto that arm and he sort of swings it outwards and swings you with it. But he still has this thing in his hand. It's on a leather cord. Looks like an old cord, and whatever this thing is, it looks like a little old trinket of some sort, maybe coral. Gavin.
So Lath failed
Yeah.
and is
Expectedly.
not in danger, or is he?
This feels
We'll
dangerous.
see.
A little help, Mr. Tide.
What do you call the the red lifesaver
A can.
float? It's called a can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this really simple, and Gavin's gonna run in and just whack this guy over the head with the can.
Brownstone,
Brownstone.
leaving Danny to the 2 security guards.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
He yelled out pocket sand. He's got to be fine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it didn't work though.
No.
Keep
Oh, yeah,
holding
he
them
got-
off, Danny.
I got it.
Before we hear what Gavin does, as Lath is holding onto this guy's arm, trying to grab at whatever is in his hand, what does Lath look like?
So Lath is a pasty, scrawny 8-year-old kid. He's got a loose-fitting floral shirt and a nice little T-shirt underneath. He wears sandals with socks, although I don't know if he's got both his sandals still on, with little cargo shorts. Yeah.
Bucket hat.
Oh, yeah, and the bucket hat. And he's got a badge. I mean, it's notebook
Very
paper
official.
with crayon deputy lifeguard on it, but
Yeah.
he's officially a deputy lifeguard.
Officially.
Stop
All right.
in the name of Beach Patrol.
You have no jurisdiction here. What does Gavin do?
Gavin says, "Unhand my deputy," and he swings his can down on Mr. Brownstone's head.
All right. Roll, and you are rolling with advantage because you are attempting to save Lath, even though Lath is the one who is holding on to Brownstone.
Also, I'm strong. Does that do
You don't
anything?
get, you don't get to have double advantage.
No double advantage.
We've already tried this.
So I get to roll 3, and I take the highest 2.
You get
Is that
to roll 3, and we're looking for 5s and 6s. You do also get a second action if you wanted to do something such as focus. So I guess you're moving into the space, so that's your first action.
That's what I figured. Okay, I got 1 6 and a 6 and a 4, but I need to be 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, so you got a 6. That's good enough. So what does Gavin do as he swings this can, or what does he look like as he swings the can down on Brownstone?
I think as he brings his arms up, his muscles tighten. Maybe a few rips appear in his sleeves. He becomes very vascular and
And the last time you described him as he's in his street clothes now. He's got an unbuttoned white
white linen shirt.
over his lifeguard outfit, and so now there are some tears in the sleeves.
That's normal.
He goes through like 2 a week. You bring that can down and you smack Byron Brownstone with it, who stumbles back, still clutching this thing in his hand. And meanwhile, out in the hall, Danny's on the ground, getting lightly tased. The other security guard grabs some cuffs from his back and is going to attempt to cuff Danny Dodge. I think I need a save from Danny.
Okay. Danny has nimble fingers. So
Tell me what you're thinking.
what I'm thinking is, as I'm about to get handcuffed, I instead handcuff them together.
See what you roll. What does Nimble Fingers actually
Nimble fingers,
do?
you gain advantage when testing to pick, lock, steal, or do sleight of hand. So I figure slipping handcuffs on them.
So here's what it is. It's you're gonna roll for a save to
Okay.
not get handcuffed, and then on your next turn you can use that momentum, follow through to handcuff them together.
5 and a 1.
All right. So this guy comes forward with the handcuffs, and as he reaches and tries to put them on your wrists, you get your hands on the cuffs themselves, one on his hand, one on one of the cuffs, and we go back into the office where we see Byron stumble back holding this thing, and he holds it up, this little coral amulet with a pearl in the center, and he says, "You two calm down right now, and I need both of you to make a save."
Ooh, so I roll 2.
You roll 2.
I got to get a 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 5 and a 6.
Okay.
4 and a 1.
All right. So as he says these words, you two calm down right now. In Gavin's ears, they have sort of a sing-song quality. It's almost enticing. Like, Gavin wants to calm down. He wants to put that can down. He wants to stitch up those rips in his shirt and maybe go home.
Okay.
Lath doesn't get any of that.
No.
And we are
You know
back
the number
to...
of times someone's told me to calm down and I listened? Mm-mm.
Not
So what
me,
is,
not ever.
I would say that we should go back out into the hall so Danny can do his sleight of hand magic.
No, don't cuff me. Ah, quit tasing me. No, I won't go. I just need 1 5, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. 4, 4, and a 5.
Nice. All right. So you are basically taking one of these two people out of the initiative. Tell me what happens. How do you do that?
He goes. Since Danny's on the ground, he wraps his hand in the chain of the handcuffs and pulls it, hit the guy down, so he's bending over, and he then ratchets it on his wrist and on his ankle.
So like
the guy's ankle.
right wrist to
To
left ankle.
Yeah. And then Danny rolls out from underneath him, and the guy's stuck hobbling. Ha! Told you couldn't dodge that.
Excellent. But there is one other guy. And I think he reaches into his pocket and radios downstairs. We got a situation up here. We need some backup as soon as possible. Over. Good. I was waiting for the over. We'll be right back. We'll be right up. Over.
Dang it.
Lath or Gavin?
Seems like Gavin is feeling
Gavin's
a little,
coming down.
Yeah, a little relaxed.
Gavin's feeling a little relaxed, yeah.
Yeah, I think Lath should go next, and Lath is a kid. First thing he does is bite that hand.
Oh no.
All right, roll it.
And do I have? I don't think I have anything that makes this easier. I think this is actually harder.
Yeah, you are not good at
Is this a
sort of
strength
stuff.
test?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're rolling 1 dice. We're probably going to re-roll this dice at least once. All right. Unless I can get 2 by being spell touched and willing him, just by willing it for him to drop this thing.
Ooh,
That
counter
is
song.
an entirely different thing. Okay. What do you do? So you sort of
I
willed
Bite
reality
him
into existing before.
and wish really hard that it makes him drop whatever it is he's holding.
I don't think the act of biting is going to go with your wish fulfillment magic.
Okay.
You could probably try to shape reality in some way, and then you'd be rolling your 2, or you could bite.
Okay. Okay, so I want him to drop it. So I've got to shape reality in some way. It's... I think... Yeah, I'm gonna want him to picture the amulet that he's holding as a spiky sea urchin with a lot of teeth.
Okay.
We got to get biting in there somehow.
Okay. All right.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay for 2 dice. Yay for a 3 and a 1.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to re-roll that for sure. Did my earlier running into the room count as my catchphrase? With my
I
attack
think,
on
yeah,
Buster?
it worked. Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm gonna use that re-roll. Yes, and then I'll get a 5 and a 6.
Okay. So what does Lath do, and how does he have to double down on it to get it to catch?
So Lath sees, Gavin's eyes glaze a little bit, and I think that there's a moment of panic for him.
They actually go pearly.
Yeah. And this is now officially a scary situation. Lath is, he's going with the flow. We're hunting a were-whale. This is fine. And then now it's all broken loose, and this is a much more serious situation. And so I think that, he's always had this ability of the things he wishes to happen seem to happen if he really thinks about it pretty hard. It's not easy. And so he first thinks about, biting Mr. Brownstone's hand. Like, it's got to be a bite. And he pictures himself biting him and that hurting and falling. But he's distracted by these pearly eyes. And then that's when he gets the idea of it just needs to be sharp. Because it looks like coral. And so now we'll just pretend that the urchin's there. And he focuses in on the fingers, because he's waving on the arm. He's looking at it as it's moving, and then he's getting a good sight on it.
And Brownstone goes, "Ah!" and it drops it. And as it hits the floor, Gavin's eyes go back to normal. And he no longer has the urge to sew his shirt back together or just go stare at the horizon as the tide comes in. And it's Gavin's turn.
So that counted as my 2 actions?
You have another one. Yeah, you do.
I have another one?
Yeah.
Because I want to jump on the coral pearl.
Okay. You leap
Smash
off of Brownstone's arm. You want to smash it?
Yeah, I want to break it.
Okay, that's going to be another roll. But this one's at disadvantage because it is physical.
It's a 1.
You jump off of Brownstone's arm, and your foot catches the edge of it, and it sort of just flings it across the floor. This cement floor, and you hear the ding as it hits the glass in the corner. Gavin.
Gavin he shakes his head out of his daze, and I want him to pick up his can and run and pin Mr. Brownstone against the wall.
Roll it.
Maybe there's either a
like an
glass
aquarium
case. Oh no, he wouldn't do that to his friend.
That's true.
But maybe there's like a glass cabinet. Or
Everything's
something with
glass.
Some like really.
I mean, I love the
stupid-looking
image
awards.
of pinning him against his aquarium and then you pausing to have a conversation with the fish. Like, what do I ask him? Quick.
That is
Spill
funny.
his secrets.
Ooh, there could be an octopus in the tank, and it
Wraps around him. And
hold him here, friend.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna start by just pinning him.
Start
thinking.
there.
Can I get a strong is a really good one. Can I
Yeah, you're using strong.
can I use it?
Yeah. If you don't want him to go anywhere,
I got some stinky dice. I had bad dice last game too.
throw them out. Get some new ones.
3 dice I rolled. I got 2 2s and a 3.
What do you try to do?
was trying to pin him.
Yeah, so you like, what, just run towards him with the can?
Yeah, like outstretched, like to pin him against the wall.
And I think he
block
sees
him.
you coming and ducks out of the way.
Okay.
And then you have another action.
What does like focus do, or what does?
Focus is the next attack you succeed with a 4, 5, or 6.
Oh.
And evade is if you are attacked, you get to roll a d6 and evade on a 5 or 6 with no damage done to you.
I guess he'll focus after missing so many times.
What does a focused Gavin look like?
I feel like he misses. He turns around like the Terminator, trying to.
And there's just like a glint in his eye.
Aha!
Yeah. You know what'd be rad is if he's like pulls his hair back and ties it into like a bun. Now I'm ready.
I was thinking the shirt comes off.
Oh, there you go.
We'll
Rip it
both
off.
save that one for later.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are both very samurai, which I like.
All right, so Gavin focuses. The security guard outside is going to run towards Danny and try and tackle.
Yeah.
This is the hobbled one.
No, this is the one who is still in the fight.
Didn't he call for help earlier?
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. He got a 5. So he runs and tackles Danny.
Can I evade?
No. Because
But-
you didn't say you were evading on your last turn.
But I only used one of my actions last turn.
Oh, fine. Then you can evade.
All right.
Roll your 1 die.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah, you are pushed forward, and the both of you are on the ground with this guy on.
Can I
your
be
back
up
now.
against the glass wall?
Yeah, sure.
Bring. Ah!
You are on the opposite side of the wall that Gavin was attempting to
Yeah.
to push Brownstone into. Yeah, you're gonna take another hit.
It's good. I got him on the ropes.
Who's next?
I guess it's Danny.
Top of the round. Oh.
Anybody? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny.
Pushed up against a wall.
Pushed up against the wall. Let's see. My talents are Necromancer, Nimble Fingers, and Quartermaster.
You want to bring some of
Okay.
these lunch back to life?
I was thinking about it.
Pull something weird out of a pocket.
I was thinking
Take this guy's taser.
could just take the guy's taser. I'm going to Nimble Fingers at his taser. Yeah.
Okay. So you're rolling with advantage, right?
Yep. And I have a 1, 3, 4. Since I did use my my
Your catchphrase.
catchphrase, I'm going to re-roll.
Okay. Good luck. That one did it.
I have a 2 and a 6 and one somewhere on the other side of the room. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. But I did it.
Okay, yeah. You get the taser. You have another action.
I tase him.
Let's get that roll.
The obvious next choice.
Ooh. There's no like critical failures, right?
You got 2 1s?
Uh-huh.
You tase yourself? No, there are no critical failures.
Okay. I have dumb luck, so I'm gonna re-roll.
At disadvantage.
Yeah. 6.
All right. So from taking this person's taser to tasing this person, what does this whole thing look like as Danny is
I
pressed
think
up
as
against
he's
the
got
window?
him, pressed up against the window. I think Danny reaches back because I think the guy starts going for his handcuffs to handcuff him. Mm-hmm. And he reaches back, grabs a taser, ignites it, and he shocks both of them. And in that shocking both of them, he reaches out and tags the guy.
And that takes him out of the fight.
And okay, and that's my 2 actions.
That's your 2 actions, and we're back to Gavin and Lath, as both of the security guards have been taken out by Danny Dodge. Danny Dodge.
Danny Dodge. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Who's up?
Do you want to go?
Gavin is focused.
Gavin? Yeah,
I am focused. What can I throw at this guy?
Throw your can. You can throw, I don't know, what else do you have?
Got
your sunglasses, walkie-talkie, some flip-flops.
Get your whistle.
Should I throw a can? Should I throw my can?
I think you should throw the can, because don't they sometimes have like rope attached to it?
I like it.
So you can have it like it's tied to you. And you're throwing it.
Get over here!
Pull it back.
Yep.
Wrap it around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my can. Can I keep using strong? It's very a game hack. I mean,
I'm gonna read strong here. Let me see.
Yeah, maybe I've been using it incorrectly this entire.
No, you totally been doing it right.
Brute force. Yep, you get to use strong.
Great. Okay, and I focused.
Yeah, so a 4, 5, or 6 will hit.
Okay. Yeah, I did it. I had 2 6s.
Okay. What does this look like? What happens here?
He takes his can like he's going to throw it out to sea to a perhaps drowning patron of the beach, and chucks it with
just
all of his might.
Danny flopping on the other side of the window. I'll take it.
He chucks it with all of his might and hits Brownstone square in the back. Oh! As he is knocked to his knees. He is very close to getting that amulet. You have another action. What do you want to do?
Oh, I have another action.
Yep.
And I can focus or I can evade. Is there anything else I could do?
You can roll the dice again.
Oh. So I could attack him a
You
second
could use
time?
any of your traits. Yeah.
Time up.
Huh. I didn't realize I could just do a thing a second time. What would I roll?
You are within throwing range, but not within punching range, if you remember. So you would have to move up to him.
So, and if I moved up to him, that'd be an action.
Yeah. Throw Lath. Get him, boy.
Yeah, I want to throw Lath. I wasn't sure Lath was that close to me. I guess I forgot that you got stuck. Can I send Lath sailing into the air to either have an advantage at getting the amulet or become a living projectile?
How do you feel about that, Lath?
Let's do it. I've always dreamed of this moment. I'm a deputy lifeguard.
All right, time for the fastball special.
Time for the fastball special, deputy. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Tide? Yeah.
You're rolling that same thing again.
Wow. I nothing.
Nothing.
Not even a 4.
Wow.
All right, so what...
Did you already do your reroll?
Did not use the catchphrase yet.
I haven't used my catchphrase yet.
Lath, what happens?
I think this is probably more Lath's idea than Gavin's anyway. He sees Gavin throw the can and then is like, me next! And he comes running up and jumps and hugs onto Gavin's arm like he did Mr. Brownstone in hopes to being like launched. And Gavin, does his best to kind of push Lath forward, but he's an 8-year-old kid. He's not. He's like a sack of flour. He's not a projectile as much as he wishes to be, and so he just kind of skitters on his feet forward a little bit.
Yeah, he's just sort of pushed forward, and it is his turn. What do you want to do?
Grab the amulet.
Okay.
For sure.
You run up to the amulet. You grab the amulet, and the amulet is now in your hand. And Brownstone is right in front of you as you kneel to get that and pick it up and look at it and then look up. Brownstone's right there. And I think he's gonna grab you by the collar.
I'm gonna point the amulet at his face, like it's morphing time. Say, you want to tell the truth.
And you see his eyes pearl over. And he says, I want to tell the truth.
What did you do with that ring?
I lost it in a poker game.
To who?
Some lifeguard.
What?
I lost it in a poker game.
What lifeguard?
Some kid.
Some kid? Are you sure you don't mean Harbor Patrol? They're jerks. They probably play poker.
No. All part of the plan.
There's a plan? What's the plan?
To close the beach. To build new condos. Nightwatch Cove will be ours.
I knew it! This is all Darius Darkheart's fault. Also, you want to let us go.
He lets go of your collar and pats you down, pats the dust off your shoulders. The police will be here any minute.
How can we leave?
There are stairs over there and a helicopter on top of the building.
Can you fly a helicopter?
No.
Who flies the helicopter? Quick!
The pilot. It's his day off.
Oh no! Guys, I think we have to leave.
How's Danny doing?
Danny's doing fine. I think he's... Is it at this moment where we go, I think he reaches into like his duffel bag, fanny pack thing that he's got and pulls out Student's Guide to Helicopter Piloting and slams it against the window.
I'm gonna need a roll.
Can he use his slow-mo?
You want to use it to pull something out of your pocket instead of to actually fly the helicopter?
No, to fly the helicopter montage.
Oh, you're kicking off your slow-mo to fly the helicopter by pulling out instructions to fly a helicopter.
I don't know. Let's see if you got the book.
Okay.
Quartermaster.
On a safe test, you successfully pull a piece of gear out.
Just wondering if, like,
3 and a
y'all gonna
5.
let the high school student fly the helicopter.
We live on an island that's a resort. Of course, we learned to pilot when we were kids.
Sure. Yeah, so you pull out that manual.
Mm-hmm.
And what convenient bit of backstory do we now have? Have we now learned about Danny?
I think Danny's uncles are some of those hotshot bush pilots that they fly the people around the island and show off the volcano and the different wrecks and sites and stuff that all the tourists like to see. And so I think that's part of it, is like he lives on a weird compound with jet fuel and diesel fuel and all sorts of stuff and a big family. And I think that's part of his growing up, was learning how to monkey on those things. And I think part of the school is, one of the teaching programs is, how to be a tourist 101, or, a tourist herder. And that is one of the options, is the book, how to be a helicopter pilot.
Okay. How does Gavin feel about Danny Dodge getting ready to pilot this helicopter?
I think that they've been in a helicopter once before, and it was to rescue some folks whose boat sank, and he let Danny take the helm, and he believes Danny can do it.
Okay. So as Danny gets out the book and begins to make his way towards the staircase, is there anything else you want to do in this building before you make a run for it? And what do you want to do about your Jeep?
Tow cable.
We'll come back for the Jeep.
Anything else you want to do up here?
I would like to make Mr. Brownstone call the police and say everything was a misunderstanding.
Sure. Okay. You've got the magical thing now.
I do have the magical thing.
It could be like, you don't want to get caught for illegally gambling. I don't want to get caught for illegally gambling.
I think it's a little more simple for Lath, because
probably
it's
is.
just like, you want to let us go and there be no consequences. Don't tell my mom.
Yep, I like that.
His eyes glaze over again, and he walks to his desk and picks up the phone and calls downstairs. And the three of you run out of this place, while the people who work here look up from behind their desks. Whatever just happened. You get up to the rooftop, and there's this small helicopter. Danny gets in the pilot's seat with Lath in one of the passenger
Shotgun.
seats, and Lath in one of the front seats, and Gavin in one of the passenger seats. What does this slow motion moment look like? What happens?
I think as the three of them walk out, you see Lath run forward, and Gavin grabs the kid's head and pulls it back as they walk forward. You see them put their helmets on, adjust their mics. They look at each other and nod. Lath reaches forward. Everyone pushes his hand back. You see the and the spinning and they kind of do a beach salute together, and they take off towards the, is it sunset yet? It's Should be sunset.
It's
not sunset.
it's getting there. It's probably like 5
Yeah.
or 6. It's after high
Take
tide
off
again.
Yeah, and they take off towards the sunset.
Yeah. So you head over the island to the west, and you fly in canyons with red rock and green vegetation, and these deep blue and purple shadows as the sun dips lower on the horizon. You fly past waterfalls and small mountain lakes and little patches of cloud over the hills and mountains, and you quickly spot Nightwatch Cove. You can see the tall condominiums and the local buildings up on top of the cliffs, and you make your way towards the beach. Where would you like to take it down?
Well, there's
I would like to have relayed all the information I discovered for Mr. Brownstone during the
You have to
slow-mo.
yell it all.
Oh
through
yeah,
the microphone.
No,
Yeah.
it's on a radio. Like
Yeah.
it's just like the first like Lath is talking incessantly into the radio,
Yeah.
conveying all this information.
Well, if we're going to where the attack is, that we got to go land somewhere around there.
Gonna land on the beach.
Of course, absolutely.
You take the helicopter down on the beach. As it lands, the spray from the sea and the sand all around it gusts
Pushes
up.
away all evidence.
Yeah, there's no evidence. You land far enough
Yeah.
away from
Yeah.
any people. There are actually very few people on the beach right now. You can see the cars, the harbor patrol cars parked in the parking lot. Their lights still on. You can see the quartered sign that says dangerous surf, dangerous animals, and they have also now put up caution tape around the edges of the beach to prevent people from coming in. And you see the lifeguard, head lifeguard Mickey, standing there at the lifeguard shack, speaking with an officer from Harbor Patrol who, as the helicopter lands, sort of runs off back towards the parking lots. And Mickey, seeing that it is you two coming back with a kid, runs towards the helicopter, probably having his own slow motion sequence as well. And he has a hand on his head to keep his luxurious locks from blowing up in the helicopter blade's winds. And Doug, can you tell me what Mickey looks like?
I think Mickey is very tan, with probably used to have darker hair that is now filled with streaks of gray. What do you think? Or is Mickey younger than that?
No, that's great.
They're not
Mickey's
gray,
been
they're
on the job
highlights.
for a while. Yeah. Mickey. Yeah, he's just got the trunks on. He only ever has the swim trunks on. That's it. And
Is he saying, "Oh, a grave for every life I've saved, bro"?
Does Mickey have like facial hair too, like a mustache or something? Or
yeah, I think it's not like Gavin hair. It's not like Fabio hair. I think it's like maybe like chin length.
okay, curly.
Like wavy. It mostly goes back. And yeah, he's got a mustache. He takes off his sunglasses. So the two of you made it back. Whose helicopter's this?
It's a long story, Mickey.
I think it says Dark Heart Properties.
Okay, it's not that long of a story, but
He looks over
Tell him
his
about the
shoulder.
conspiracy.
We need to cover this thing up. Danny,
A
go get
helicopter?
yeah, the helicopter. Go get a. I don't know where you got this, but go get a tarp from the shed.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
Gavin, what's going on? I need the latest.
Mickey, as you know, there have been 2 attacks on the beach. I don't know much about the second, but the first was many large bites taken out of a ship on our beach. We've been following several leads, and it seems like something supernatural is afoot.
There was a it's a windsurfer out on the water this afternoon who started yelling, saw something in the water. Jake swam out. This windsurfer fell off his windsurfer. He fell off of his windsurfer. It's funny that the person and the object are the same word. He fell off and went in the water. Jake went after him, and, well, we spotted the creature. And it's large, but I wouldn't say it's supernatural. It is a massive orca. It bit the windsurfer's windsurfer, and we haven't seen Jake since.
That's because Jake is a were-whale.
It's funny that you mentioned
Who
Jake.
is this child?
Deputy Lathe, at your service.
This is my young ward, Lathe. I've deputized him in, he's been helpful in seeking out answers today.
What exactly have the 3 of you been up to?
Investigating. Beach patrol business.
Young man, if you would please go into the beach patrol shed, have a seat. I need to talk. This is grown-up matters here.
Okay, but you just need to know there's a whole conspiracy that Darius Darkheart planned this. They gave the ring to, I'm assuming, Jake, because he's apparently the only gambler and the other lifeguard that I know about. And so he's a whale now for a little while longer, and then he'll not be a whale because he's a were-whale. And so that means that sometimes he's a whale. I think the legend said like at high tide, and then maybe, I guess at low tide he comes back to a person. But anyway, all of it is just so that they can close the beach and then buy it for condos, and then we'll be out of a job. And I don't want to be out of a job. So let's reopen the beach.
I think that's the time where Late gets drugged by Danny to go with the tarp.
What?
Gavin, it sounds like the 3 of you have gotten into some dangerous situations today.
It's been a different day. It's been an unusual day for beach patrol. But what the boy said does seem to make sense. He summarized it very expediently.
Regardless of what the boys said, you brought this child into dangerous situations. There's no such thing as beach patrol deputy.
I was in charge. I was trying to be. I was trying to forge a new initiative, the Beach Patrol Deputy Program.
He looks over his shoulder again, and Gavin follows his gaze where he sees a few people walking towards the part of the beach that they're on and talking. You see somebody separate from this group wearing a bright-colored neon vest holding surveyor's equipment, and a person in a suit is sort of waving people in different directions, and they're going in different directions. And that's Darius Darkheart. And Mickey says, I'm afraid things are progressing a little more quickly than I'd like. The beach is going to be closed for the foreseeable future until we get this situation under control. People can't be swimming here. And, well, if the beach is closed, the island's going to want different ways to make money.
Can I do a charismatic check to try and convince Mickey that maybe we're right, and Harbor Patrol is behind something nefarious?
Harbor Patrol is behind something nefarious.
Harbor Patrol paired with Darius Darkheart. It's more about capitalism, I guess, than a territorial scuffle.
What do you say to Mickey?
Mickey, can't you see it's more than the conspiracy. This is capitalism. They're trying to take the beach away to make it look like that. And he points over to where they just were and points over to these giant high rises that are blocking out the sun, blocking out the joy that the beach gives. Someone's behind this, Mickey. This all happened for a reason.
Okay. And
Is that
then
enough?
Sure. What trait are you using here?
I'm using charismatic. Is that like I'm taking that like leadership, even though it's probably more like, sounds more like.
All right. So you're rolling with advantage. So you got 3.
A 4, a 1, and a 2.
Oh no!
You haven't used your catchphrase either.
You gotta get your catchphrase out there.
Darn.
I'm afraid there's not much I can do. If you see a problem and see the way to solve it, well, there's no beach to watch today.
Is that his catchphrase?
Because he's always on vacation.
Well, I think Gavin kind of sighs, and maybe he's gonna head back into the tent, regroup.
You head back into the what do they call it? Is it a cabin?
Shack.
Shack. Yeah.
Lifeguard
You head
shack.
into the lifeguard shack, where Danny and Lath are sitting, waiting, after having tarped the helicopter.
So, is he gonna reopen the beach?
It seems the beach will be closed until further notice.
You can't do that.
We've got to solve whatever this mystery is in order to stop Darius and stop this giant werewhale.
We can call him Jake now, I think.
Are we sure it's Jake?
I'm sure it's Jake, just as sure as I was that Darius Darkheart was behind all of this.
Well, kid, you haven't been wrong
Just
that
as sure
much.
And
as
that
I
it was a
that it
werewhale.
was Darius Darkheart about 20 minutes ago.
Jacob seems to be the likely suspect. So how do we find and subdue our fellow Beach Watch member?
Can I make a trait, or can I use my trait, educated, which is that? Oh, that's the wrong one. I gain an advantage when checking to see if I know specific information, and I would like to know specifically the city ordinance that designates the beach as a public place that is not for private development, and so they can't be here, and run them off.
You want to run Darius Darkheart off.
I want to run Darius Darkheart off with the fact that he hasn't gone through the proper channels of bidding on a plot of land, and that the beach is closed, and so he is not allowed to be here.
Roll it.
All right. Having established, that my mother's some kind of court reporter, and
Yeah.
I get a lot of my legal information from Sands and Sin.
Yes.
Yes, I have a 6, a 5, and a 1.
All right. So what's it's like statute 447.626, section B, parts A through
M.
M.
A through M.
So Gavin informs the two of you that the beach is closed until further notice, and Lath runs out of the cabin.
I think he stays in the shack, and is just like, they can't do that. That's not how this works. And then like reaches behind him and grabs like one of the beach manuals or something
law
like that.
101.
The beach law.
Yeah.
Exactly. And flips right to section 4762, A through M. And he's like, look, you can see it right here. They can't have surveyors. The beach is closed. They don't get special permission to come and measure anything. They can't be here doing this. There's a whole process. The city council has to approve it. Like, look at all of the, like, they can't. We need to kick them off the beach, and then we need to find Jake. Mr.
By
Tide.
Jove, I don't think he can dodge this. I think this is bulletproof.
You're saying kick them off the beach.
Yeah, it's closed. They can't come measure and pretend like they're ready to like build condos here. It's not officially a land sale. They just think that they can grab it because they think they own everything. But the beach is for everyone. It's not just for Darkheart and his little surveyors. Like, this is our home. This is our job. If there's no beach to patrol, then what are we even doing here?
The deputy makes a good point. The beach is closed.
What does Gavin do?
I think he is like defeated. He straightens up his defeated, stooped shoulders and heads out of the shack, and
See?
he's gonna head towards Darius.
As he heads out of the shack, I think he goes out, Danny behind him, Lath on the other side. The wind is his hair is flowing back in the wind, and that white linen shirt is just flapping behind him in the wind. And he walks up towards Darius Darkheart and his crew, and Darius is doing like viewfinder with his hands, trying to find the best view. And yes, I think we'll put a pool over there. This space here, those rocks, we can build something nice right into the rocks. What do you think? Yes. Can I help you? We're busy here.
I'm sorry, but the beach is closed. You may have noticed the tape.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm here.
No, you misunderstand me. The beach is closed for all patrons. I'm very sorry. You'll have to come back another day, but there's been an attack, and we wouldn't want you and your suit to get wet.
He looks to the person on his right. He looks to the person on his left. You're going to kick me off the beach.
It's a public beach. Everyone has the right to enjoy it, but sadly, you, the public, do not have that right today. As I said, the beach is closed.
Young man, do you know who I am?
I know exactly who you are. You are one of our many beachgoers. and we do appreciate your patronage. But sadly, as I said, we are closed.
It's for the safety of you and him and her and them and all of that stuff. They can't be on this beach right now.
It's the law.
Sir, it's the law. And as everyone knows, you can't dodge the law.
Well, what was your name, young man? You have a lanyard or something?
Lifeguard Tide.
Tide? You?
I'm Deputy Lath.
Wasn't asking you, child.
Lifeguard Dodge, sir.
Dodge and Tide. Very good.
Dummy heart.
Fine. We'll leave. You'll be hearing from us. Let's go. He turns, and everybody turns with him, and they all leave in the same formation that they were coming onto the beach. The beach is quiet. You can hear the lapping of the water as the tide is going out. The water trickling between rocks. The drips of water near the tide pools. The sound of gulls in the sky above. And the no sounds of joy and people enjoying the waves and sand and sun. And as the sun sinks further west, there's a low, thin layer of clouds in the sky. What is next for the beach patrol?
We gotta find Jake now, right? Probably not a whale anymore.
Finding Jake, getting Jake to confess, and taking that ring. That's what we need to do.
So we get to use the jet skis now?
Well, if not now, when? I suppose.
You're gonna... How is this gonna work? Where's Lath gonna go?
I'm hoping there are searchlights on the very cool jet skis, and then we can all have a jet ski.
An 8-year-old on a jet ski. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's not safe.
So underneath the shack, there's a trailer that has 2 jet skis and a pontoon boat. They're under cloths, I think, under one of the tarps that Danny took out to put over the Dark Heart logo on the helicopter.
So, in pulling off the tarp, we reveal the jet skis?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you take the jet skis out to the water, and I don't know that there's anything particularly special about these jet skis. They definitely match your swim trunks.
Yep.
There's probably like a light on the front of them, and you should probably put on life jackets.
Of course.
With the whistle. Yeah.
So I get one, and then you two are sharing the other one?
I think you and I are on one, and Tide is on his own.
Never get to drive.
I was
Pouting.
I was genuinely like, can an 8-year-old pilot a jet ski?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could find a YouTube on that.
And that not going wrong at all.
Oh, we didn't say that.
I guess we're trying to search the water in the nearby shore for wherever Jake washed up.
Okay. I think you've got a lot of coastline to check. I'll take a roll per jet ski. Danny and Lath can roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because you got 2 sets of eyes.
So Danny and I both get to roll?
No, 1 roll.
Um,
Whoever's feeling luckier tonight.
Oh, are you feeling lucky?
I have lucky as a trait. Maybe I should.
Oh, what does lucky do?
I get to re-roll
Lucky.
if I mess up.
Oh. Have you used it?
No.
Or do you get
Not
to
yet.
always... Oh, one per session. One
One per
once
session.
per session. Okay.
And then Danny has dumb luck, where
Yep.
multiple times per session. But
Oh,
roll
you
with
can do it multiple
disadvantage
times.
the next time.
Yeah.
So I can do the same one. I don't know. You want to roll? Or you want me to roll?
Well, I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 3. So I'm going to use my...
All right, you get to roll 1 more die.
Yeah. For... one less die. So 6 and a 4.
Okay, so that's a success from
Yeah.
Danny and Lath. How do you search? Do you split up? Do you all go in the same direction? There are a lot of rocky outcroppings along the coast, and these sort of rocky spires out in the ocean.
Well, I failed.
Yeah. So where do you go?
I think Gavin hugs to the coast and goes and checks out some caves with a big floodlight, and apparently sees nothing.
And where do Danny and Lath go?
No, we go to the windsurfing spot where there's more open water and more wind.
Well, he's not going to be in the water.
And then clearly you turned and you followed
Yeah.
that back towards the shore.
Yeah.
So you end up going to the north, and Gavin ends up going to the south. And as you go north past the what's it called? The big pile of rocks. You see a large outcropping, a sea cliff, rocks feet up into the air and down directly down into the ocean, and there's some rocks at the edge of the water, and you see the pale shape of a person laying on those rocks. And as you approach, you can pretty clearly see the red trunks, and that this is Jake.
I'm gonna leap off and run to Jake and search him for a ring.
I think it's less of a run and more of a carefully placing your feet on rocks so you don't step on anything sharp or get your feet stuck in between them. And as you get to Jake, he is not conscious. His hair washing in and out with the waves as they move, and you do find a ring on one of his fingers.
Pull the ring off, hold it up over my head. I found it!
Except the ring does not come off.
Oh no. I try to pull it off.
Yeah.
I found it. It's not coming off.
Oh. I think Danny's on the... what are these things called? All of a sudden,
Jet ski?
Thank you. He's on the jet ski, and I think he
It's that time of night.
radios. It is. He radios over. Riptide. This is Beachcomber. Over.
When did we get cool nicknames? I want a code name.
Riptide here. Have you found anything? Over.
Riptide deputy and I have located our the orca.
the big catch.
Yeah, we have located the big catch. It's at the Southern Coordinates, and it seems to have a lifesaver on it, and we're looking to extract. Over.
Copy. The tide's coming in. Over.
He's on his way.
What do we do?
Well,
He's not like face down in the water, is he?
He's not. No,
Okay.
is he alive?
he is alive, unconscious. Would you like to do lifeguard stuff?
Yes.
For possibly the first time in 3 games in this lifeguard game.
Yeah. What sort of lifeguard stuff can we do?
We need to get the board. We're going to strap him to the board and then take him back to the shack.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the code.
There's a board. Yeah.
The floating pontoon board thingy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It probably has a name.
Yep.
There's a spinal immobilization board. It might be that one.
I don't know if those float.
This one floats.
This one floats.
This one
Of course
does.
this one floats. This one has to float.
We got vampires. We've got floating spinal
Yeah.
immobilization boards.
Yeah. So we...
Yeah.
Yeah, we hook him up.
You strap him in and get him situated, and slowly take your jet ski back towards the open beach, and meet up with Gavin on the way.
We got him.
He's wearing the ring.
What's his condition?
Wearing the ring. He is the werewhale.
Stable.
I don't think he's stable. I think he turns into a whale.
Did you radio an ambulance?
Gavin is a medic. That's one of his
Oh,
traits.
you have that?
Oh, sweet.
Okay. I did not realize you took medic.
I took charismatic, strong, medic, and beast speaker.
Okay. All right, cool. So what do? You bring him back to shore?
Yes. We carry him back to shore, probably drag him. I guess medical attention needs to happen as soon as possible. So as soon as we get him flat on the beach.
You go. You probably have Danny go to the shack, get medical kit, or get him straight out of the jet ski. Maybe you have like bags of fluid in the shack or something. And let's get a roll from Gavin.
And I get an extra die because I'm a medic.
All right. No, actually.
Okay.
It's 2d6 to heal. Yeah.
All right. I've been rolling so bad.
Get some different dice.
I think I only succeeded once, and I've rolled like 5 or 6 times. I got a 6.
Okay. He is not beyond the capabilities of what you've got at the beach patrol shack. What do you do to get him at least conscious?
Seeing as Doug, I'm not a medic. I have no idea. What do you do? I've seen Pulp Fiction. Hit him with a
You probably warm him up.
Okay.
Because he's been out
Cover
and
him.
exposed. You cover him. You
Airway, breathing, circulation.
make sure all
Fluids.
that stuff is correct.
So
I wonder if he was technically okay since, he bit a boat last night
Just exhausted.
and then was setting up chairs the next morning. Probably had forgotten about what everything is. I wonder if half of the medicine check is really just keeping Lath from amputating the finger with the ring on it. Because he's really concerned about this ring.
They found some scissors.
Yeah.
Who put a bone saw in here?
So maybe since he's breathing, so we probably do bring him back to the shack and lay him on a cot and throw some blankets over him and wait until he naturally awakens.
And keep Lath as far away from him as possible.
Put that down.
He's gonna wake. He's gonna be a whale the next time the tide comes in.
Did the windboard guy make it?
I think
don't know.
he said he was fine. He
How
just
full
ate
are
his
you?
surfboard.
What? Huh?
Are you full?
No, I'm hungry.
You're a whale. Why are you...
What do you...
The ring.
Mr. Tide, who's this kid? Why...
Deputy, we talked on the radio. Deputy Lath, Lifeguard. Or
Oh,
like
you're the
beach
one who
patrol.
doesn't know how to use a radio.
What? Over.
We'll work on the etiquette. Yeah. Late, Jake.
You don't
Jake,
just push,
Late.
push. Only got half of what you were saying. But
Everything
the
seemed fine on my
windsurfer-
end.
The windsurfer was fine.
So
Where were you two today? It got
Us.
crazy here.
yeah. So it got weird where we were at. Also, in the world of werewolves and vampires and ghosts and goblins, there was
What?
also this thing called a ring, and allegedly it's cursed, and the person who wears it gets turned into a giant orca.
What?
Yeah, and so like this ring that you got on, that you won at a poker game from
Yeah.
Mr. Brownstone. Yeah,
Some guy in brown.
yeah. Turns out that it's kind of cursed.
You messed up, Jake. You messed up bad.
I still don't know who this kid is and why he's wearing that paper badge that says deputy.
Jacob, that's Deputy Lath. I'm instituting a new Deputy Beach Patrol program. Tell Mickey it's good.
I don't know if I want to lie to Mickey.
Look, your performance review is coming up, and I don't want
Hey.
that to go poorly for you.
I outrank you, kid.
Deputy. Pretty sure that's like just under the head lifeguard.
Yeah. So why don't you take the ring off and figure out how to deal with it?
Well, I can't. It's stuck.
Oh. Well, we could try the string trick.
No, I've tried all the tricks. I cannot get it off.
Have you tried
We have scissors.
No, thank you.
some sunscreen, sun oil? Maybe it'll slip right off.
No, I've tried that.
Have you
All right.
tried satisfying the Enchantress's curse?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are a whale.
You've said this
All right.
a lot of times.
What happened to you the last couple of hours? What do you remember? Have any dreams about being a whale?
Listen. Be quiet.
Okay.
The windsurfer was yelling about some creature under the waves. Something big down there. As he fell off of his board, he started thrashing around, and I went to go rescue him. And I guess I took in too much water. I don't know. I'll probably have to take my tests all over again.
Does Jacob, when he becomes the werewhale, does he know that he's the werewhale? Like, is this a unconventional werewolf situation? He's asking the two of them and not Jacob. Ignoring Jacob while he's in the room.
can't believe I have to take my lifeguard tests again.
Okay.
I know I did everything right.
All right. Then maybe. Okay. All right. Do cursed people know that they're cursed? I don't know this.
Maybe he was just trying to save that windsurfer, but as a giant orca, and that's why he bit the board.
Yeah, but what about the yacht then?
Jacob, did you try and save anyone on a yacht lately?
What do you know? You mean the yacht from this morning?
Yeah.
That's right.
No, it was already beached.
Did you go for a afternoon swim yesterday?
No. I mean, I was working here a lot yesterday afternoon.
Any theories, Lath? Multiple werewolves?
I don't think that. I think the legend is that you don't know that you're cursed. Like someone has to tell you. So we're telling you that you are a werewolf. But maybe we should take a closer look at this ring.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do we know what we're looking for?
It's a scrimshaw ring.
It's a scrimshaw
Yeah,
ring.
It's
Keep
got
saying
like a lot of little dots and marks that have whales and arrows on it.
Yep.
Yep.
This is the ring that was described by the shop owner. For sure.
Yeah, and Jacob, did you hear any singing?
No.
No. Okay. Have you currently fallen in love with anyone lately?
Not
Like-
lately.
A wife that's already married, and then you snuck off with her, and you
No.
got caught. Okay.
Not me.
I
I can only get this darn thing off.
Have you
Pulling
got,
at it. It's not my style anyway.
Why'd you put it on then?
Because I thought it was cool.
Wait, what
But it's not cool. It's just annoying that it won't come off.
day did you put that on?
Yesterday.
Before or after the shipwreck?
Before? I don't know what time the ship wrecked.
We don't either.
The Harbor Patrol,
But
for
there
instance,
was that
haven't
high
gotten back to us.
tide,
Yeah.
like the wee hours of the morning or whatever.
High tide was
Yeah.
about 4, yeah.
So what time
What does
was the
that
poker
mean?
game
What does
over?
that matter? The poker game was like 3 days ago, I think. That was over at like midnight. But I didn't put this thing on until more recently than that.
Like the night before? Like
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Could I potentially use my spell touched to will this ring off his finger?
No.
Okay.
Can I use my necromancy to make it come alive?
I think Lath tries.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been trying.
What is Lath trying to use a spell touched?
I mean, so he's trying to get in and get a grip on the ring, like pinching either side of it,
Uh-huh.
and is like closing his eyes and like humming and focusing on the ring not being on the finger and tugging at it.
And I think as he's focusing and humming, he hears the humming in his head like you do, and it just sort of twists and becomes discordant, like somebody else is humming in your head.
Yeah. Don't like that.
Yeah.
Wait, when we were talking to that ghost,
Uh-huh.
and she was telling us the legend, did she tell us anything about how to end the curse?
Yeah, you don't piss off a enchantress? I think that would be number 1.
I mean, that was clearly the lesson of the fable. But
Yeah. Let's see. Enchantress, cliffs, storm. Isabella drowned, fell off a cliff. Did you fall off any cliffs lately?
Not that I'm aware of,
Okay.
but you did say that you found me at the base of a cliff.
You did. Huh. Because that might have been where Isabella drowned and fell off. The cliff fell off into the sea. So-
Sure, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Catch you up. Legend says there was an enchantress of potions and trinkets, and her wife Isabella would sell them, and she ended up falling in love with this sailor called Nathan, and Nathan ended up getting cursed by the enchantress because they got caught, and storm came up and drowned, and people got thrown off a cliff. Isabella drowned.
So
Yeah.
this guy was cursed, and now you're
Yep.
saying that I am cursed.
Oh, yeah, because the enchantress, like, made an orca ring and gave it to the dude, and he got
Great.
cursed
So
and turned into
Let's
an
find
orca.
another enchantress.
Yeah.
Do you know any?
Kid, up until 20 minutes ago, I didn't know magic was real. So no.
That would explain your poor decisions.
Who is this kid? Why did you decide to deputize him?
His intuition seems to be spot on, Jacob. I say, and that's why I hired you, Jacob. So, Jacob, another enchantress, you say?
I wonder if Wormgood might know.
Oh, you've got a lead.
Well, he was the one who had the ring.
But was he working for Darkheart? I mean, they said they did this on purpose.
It's true. But then was he expecting Brownstone to turn into the werewolf? And not Jake?
No, look, you talked to Brownstone, and then
Yeah.
he said that it was all part of the plan because Darkheart wanted to buy the beach and turn our lovely home and make us not beach patrol anymore, which I
Yeah.
find appalling. And so, like, what's going on is just that, you know, he's
He's the werewolf, not Darkheart.
yeah, no,
The breathing was great.
I thought that Darkheart was the werewolf and that he was
Yeah.
controlling it. I didn't realize it was a whole curse. I mean, that was new information to me. But yeah, Darkheart told Brownstone to play poker and lose it and give it to Jake, so that one of the lifeguards would get the beach closed down and then they could buy it. And so
Okay.
Jake's a patsy, and he'd make poor life decisions by playing poker with people who are clearly smarter than him. And now he's cursed. He's cursed. He's cursed.
And Wormgood?
Yeah, he was the one who had the ring that gave it to the pawn shop that Brownstone picked up to lose to you, to give to you, so that you would turn into a werewolf and close the beach.
And
So they
next
can put
thing you're
in-
going to tell me is Wormgood's a goblin.
Yeah, he is.
Just looks at Gavin.
Wormgood. What's his role in this?
That's
Shouldn't
not
you
why I
talk to
was
your
looking
friend
at
at
you,
the school, Danny?
I suppose we.
That weird newspaper guy who's like keeping track of everybody. Like,
Yeah, we could. I forgot about him. Because we got the
Xander.
lead. Xander. There he is, down there in my notes. He's a watchman, keep night watch. Weird paper, yeah.
yeah, I got a weird vibe off of him. I got a weird vibe off a lot of people we talked to today.
Yeah, well, we've talked to a vampire, a ghost.
What?
A vampire.
A vampire?
Yeah, the guy in your apartment building who.
He's a vampire?
Yeah. I told you don't hang out with him.
Night Surfer. I thought he was out of his mind. That's all I could say.
Well, could be.
No beach patrol in the evening.
That's good. Because there'd be less fluid in them. They'd be dehydrated because the vampire would suck their blood. Okay. Yeah, we can go to Xander.
Xander or
he'll-
Wormgood?
We can't trust Wormwood.
No. But we need to figure out know where he lives. Xander's got to know where he lives.
We need to know where Wormwood lives. He probably lives in the
Wormgood,
back
yeah.
of his pawn shop.
No.
That's the way
was
they
a
do
dude-
it in Sans and Sin.
Are you saying that Wormgood just lives behind the pawn shop?
Yeah. Isn't that where all pawn shop owners live? They get a pawn shop and then they live there.
Can we smash cut to the pawn shop to see where?
Wormgood was not a pawn shop owner.
Oh, I've got the wrong
He
person.
sold the ring.
He sold the
He
ring. Yeah.
sold the
He
ring.
was the quote.
But I really do like the idea
weirdo.
that he would be the weirdo that lives behind the pawn
He
shop.
lives behind the pawn shop. I was just mistaken. I thought he was the pawn shop owner.
Oh,
No, that was Greg. That was Greg Carter.
Greg.
Greg.
I was ready.
I have that somewhere.
All I know is he kept telling me not to touch anything.
Yeah.
It's really
Get that
annoying.
guy.
All right, so you've got some options, and those options are visit Xander again, or locate Wormgood. Is that about right?
Yep.
Okay. So the four of you weigh your options and discuss the next steps for solving this curse. Our camera view moves out of one of the windows of your beach patrol shack and over the quiet and empty beach as the sun begins to settle at the horizon. The evening is quiet. There are a few gulls calling overhead. We can see a small group now in the parking lot discussing, pointing out locations for future resort buildings and pools and tennis courts and other things. And we zoom further out over Nightwatch Cove and the condos and the cliffs and the school, and we fade to black. We're going to call that a night.
Sweet.
Dun.
Thank you for joining us for Side Quests. If you like Nightcast shows and want to join a fantastic community, be sure to join our Discord. Check below for a link and join to play games with us, talk about Star Wars and other nerdy fandoms, and just hang out with a bunch of great people. For more information on everything we do, visit nightcastcreative.com, diceycantina.com, voidboy.art, and at AJ Kimball on Instagram. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Aloha.
On a tropical island, I met a ghost. He loved to surf